If you flew all the way to the edge of the universe, what would you see? The answer will make you rethink your entire life. Let's begin this journey together. We will depart from Earth, fly to the very edge of the solar system, then cross the Milky Way, pierce through giant galaxy superclusters, and finally reach the very place where space and time began. That is the edge of the universe, the place holding the greatest secret of our existence. The first stop on our journey is the Moon, Earth's only and most loyal satellite. In 1969, Apollo 11 astronaut Neil Armstrong set foot on this gray, dusty surface and left humanity's first footprint. Next up is Venus, a hellish planet with an atmosphere containing up to 96% CO2. The greenhouse effect here is utterly terrifying, driving surface temperatures up to 462 degrees Celsius, hot enough to melt lead. On clear nights, when you look up and see the brightest star in the sky, that's actually Venus. Meanwhile, Mercury is the smallest of the 8 planets, and also the closest planet to the Sun. The Sun, this giant ball of fire, is burning 600 million tons of hydrogen every single second to shine. But in about 5 billion years, its fuel will run out. And at that point, the Sun will expand and swallow the Earth. Earth is our home, the third planet from the Sun. The distance from Earth to the Sun is called an astronomical unit, equivalent to around 150 million kilometers. At this distance, it takes sunlight a full 8 minutes to reach us. Mars is a scorching red desert planet with a surface full of rocky mountains, deep valleys, and massive dust storms. But what makes Mars special is that it lies within the habitable zone, possessing an environment quite similar to Earth's. Because of this, humanity is currently researching the possibility of migrating here in the future. Passing the asteroid belt, we reach Jupiter. Jupiter is a gas giant with absolutely no solid surface to stand on. That great red spot you see over there is actually a massive storm that has lasted for 400 years, with a size so incredibly large that it could swallow 3 Earths. Next up is Saturn. The gorgeous ice rings around Saturn are made of billions of pieces of ice orbiting the planet. In July 2013, the Cassini spacecraft captured a historic photo, recording both Saturn and Earth in the same frame. That tiny blue dot right there is our home. Finally, at the outermost edge of the solar system are Uranus and Neptune. These twin planets both belong to the ice giant category. Their unique cyan color is due to an atmosphere packed with methane gas. And so these 8 planets orbit the Sun, forming the solar system, our cosmic home. But as we continue to fly even further, you will realize that the entire massive solar system now is nothing more than a tiny speck of dust in the dark void of space. Every point of light you see around here is a star just like our Sun, and each of those stars has a whole planetary system of its own orbiting it. As we fly even further, over 200 billion stars will appear before our eyes, all shining brilliantly together, and creating the Milky Way, our home galaxy. The Milky Way is a giant spiral galaxy, stretching up to 100,000 light years in diameter, and our Earth is located on its outer edge. Every night when you look up at the sky, that milky white band stretching across the heavens is actually part of the spiral arm of the galaxy that we live in. Traveling another 2.5 million light years, we will reach the Andromeda Galaxy. This is the largest and closest neighboring galaxy to the Milky Way, with about 1 trillion stars glittering inside. But would you believe it? Both the massive Andromeda and our Milky Way are just 2 out of 50 galaxies belonging to the local group. These roughly 50 small scattered galaxies form the cosmic neighborhood we live in. But when we zoom out even further, this local group is nothing but a tiny grain of sand within the Virgo supercluster. This place contains over 100 galaxy clusters and groups that are absolutely massive. Every point of light you see is now an entire galaxy. Our Milky Way. Here is also just a tiny speck of light. Yet, as colossal as it is, when compared to the entirety of cosmic space, the Virgo supercluster is still just the tip of the iceberg. Now we will accelerate our speed thousands of times over. All around us, galaxies are flying by, and each of those galaxies contains hundreds of billions of stars. So the total number of stars in the universe could outnumber all the grains of sand on every beach on Earth. And because light takes time to travel through space, so the sunlight you see right now is from 8 minutes ago, while the Andromeda Galaxy that you see is from 2.5 million years ago. So if we fly far enough into space, could we see the exact moment the universe was newly born? Passing all the galaxies and approaching the edge of the universe, we witness galaxies in the middle of forming, then the very first giant stars burning bright, and finally, the oldest light rays in the universe. And here it is. We have finally reached the destination, the end of our journey. So what actually is the edge of the universe? The answer will blow your mind. It is a point of infinite density, infinitesimal volume, and infinite temperature, where space and time are infinitely warped. That is the edge of the universe, the place where everything began 13.8 billion years ago, even before the universe came to exist. In 1927, Belgian astronomer Georges Lemaître first proposed the Big Bang theory. This is the most profoundly influential theory in modern cosmology. From that single tiny speck, the Big Bang occurred, and from it, time and space were born. Light, matter, and the entire universe came into being. The fragments blasting out from that massive explosion created everything you see today. And to this very day, light from the Big Bang continues to echo across cosmic space and was captured by the Planck telescope. That is the cosmic microwave background radiation, which is also the strongest evidence proving that the Big Bang is real. Standing at the edge of the universe like this, we truly realize just how tiny Earth is and how incredibly vast the universe is. In reality, even if Earth were to suddenly vanish, the universe would keep right on existing as if nothing had ever happened. So the question is, why do we exist in this boundless universe? And what is the true meaning of life?